StoryMap is a tool created by Nightlab that lets you attach media and basically tell a story that's organized in relation to place. So instead of making a timeline, we now are going to kind of attach events and media to different places on a map. So this is an example of what StoryMap makes. And you kind of go through slides, and each slide is attached to a place and can have some media and some text attached to it. Right, so we can have tweets, images. This one's broken, but this is just another way of telling a story, and a story that's organized in relation to place. So to make one, you click Make a Story Map. It's going to ask you to log into a Google account, and this is just a web tool that you're going to use. So I'm going to really quickly walk through how to use it. So this first screen is just the, it's like the title screen. So you give it a title here, you can give it a kind of a longer description here, and then this media section lets you attach all kinds of media to the slide. So on the demo that we were looking at, it had like historical maps and things. That's what this is. So let's say we're going to make a story about a this little raccoon going down the San Marcos River. So for my title screen, I'm going to have my raccoon, and then I'm going to add a slide. So when you add a slide, it lets you place a marker. It requires you to place a marker. So let's say that let's see, it doesn't know where Sewell is. So we'll just start San Marcos, Texas, and then I can zoom my map in and place my marker exactly where I want it to go. Okay, so here's my marker, and I'm going to drag it and place it at, I believe this is Sewell Park. And now we're going to give each of our slides that's attached to a place a headline. Story begins, and this would be additional text. So this little okay, and then each of our slides also can include media, and there's a lot of different things you can put here. You can read in the documentation. One thing you can put here is, say, a link to a YouTube video. And now if we preview, we can see that this is that slide, and this is where we would start. So we go to Sewell, we can watch the video. Next slide, we can move down the river, down the river, down the river. Under options here, maybe we have to go back to edit, options, you can change the map type. So there's different backgrounds that you can use depending just on what kind of story you're trying to tell and what's important. This one doesn't have street labels and things like that, but it might kind of work for the effect that you're looking for. Once you're done with your map, I'm going to hit share. I'm going to come down, so I'm going to publish my changes. I'm going to come down, I'm going to get the embed code, copy that, and this works just like a YouTube embed. Okay, so I can paste this into my HTML. If I'm using Bootstrap, I can use my responsive embed code that we talked about in our Bootstrap videos. And so this is just a way to tell a story, get a lot of different kinds of multimedia in there, and especially if your story is based around place or involves things that happen in different places, this can be a really excellent tool.